Welcome, Taurus. This is your 2025 December reading. I'm Karen. This is Veronica Streams Coaching and Tarot. So this reading is for December 2025. It's a general reading. No specific topic. We'll just look at what comes up. Please keep in mind this is a collective reading. Take what resonates. I'm going to use a major for the overall energy of the reading, and then we'll get into it and close it off with an oracle at the end. And let's get started. And please, it really does help if you hit that thumbs up button and let me know where you're watching from. Leave it in the comments or what's going on, you know. I appreciate it, and I read all my comments. Appreciate that. And that subscribe button should be right on the screen. If you so are inclined. Okay, let's get started. What do our Taurus need to know today? Okay, we got current situation. I'm going to use it. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Something's coming to an end here. Past influence. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a little bit backwards. I'll pull this at the end. I don't want to forget. Okay. What is the present influence, please, for our Taurus for December? Oh, the Empress. Okay, what is the negative? So I'll explain that position. It's not necessarily as bad as it sounds. Knight of Pentacles, positive, and that is the Strength. They look alike, the Empress and the Strength. What do we not see? What do our Taurus not see? December, please. Whoa! I'm trying to do that too fast. Eight of Swords. What to look for? Two of Cups. Okay, what do we have in the unexpected? Star, I like that. Okay, what is in the challenge? Two of Swords. Future influence. Okay, Justice. And we have outcome. Eight of Wands. Where does this lead? Three cards out. Okay, well, that's one. Toronto. That's Page of Wands. Let me turn that card over. Three cards turned over. I'm not going to use those. Two, Devil. Oh, Knight of Swords. Okay, that's interesting energy. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. What is the overall energy? Pull a major arcana, please, for the overall energy for our Taurus for December. Tower. So, I mean, that's good. Okay, so the right away what I got here, seeing the Tower as the overall energy, but the Star in the unexpected, that's good. And the reason why is the Star comes after the Tower. The Tower is a hard card. It's definitely about changes. It's about unexpected changes. Something happens and almost feels like an upheaval. Does not feel good, usually. The Tower, I mean, my vision of the Tower is it is a change, it is an upheaval, but it's usually something that spirit or higher power brings upon us because we're not making a move and they make the move for us. It's uncomfortable and it's hard, but it usually needs to happen. So I always look at the Tower as something that does happen, but it forces me into a new direction. And that's why it's followed by the Star, because it's opening things up for you. You have Ten of Swords in the current situation. Something has come to an end, or is coming to an end. I would say probably has come to an end in December. Yeah, if you haven't felt it or you don't know, you will. And it's not overall. I don't see. I mean, the cards are not super negative. So whatever's ending, I feel like it is. It's meant to be, especially with your Star and the unexpected. So you have that Ten of Swords in your current situation. You have the Moon. I think you were expecting this. The Moon in the past influence here, he's coming out of that murky water. He's on his way up. Like he may not see everything yet, but he's starting to clear. So there's something that you were becoming very aware of. Maybe last couple weeks, last few weeks. And I feel like that's kind of what hit that, um, the tower. We'll look. And then you have the Empress though in the present influence, and I feel like that's good. I feel like even though this ending is coming, I feel like the Empress is part of that. So I feel like there's something that you're really trying to get to nurture, to figure out, but it's more than just an idea. It's kind of inside you, like something that you're really trying to pull out of yourself right now. And you realize that something needs to come to an end because you can't get there if you keep doing whatever this is that you're doing, and we'll clarify. So let's clarify what this Ten of Swords is. Let's see what the ending is going on here. What is this Ten of Swords for our Taurus for December? 3 cards. Ten of Swords. What is this? Hierophant. Two of Wands. Two of Swords. It's like there could be a couple things with that Hierophant. It could be like some kind of commitment that's coming to an end, or maybe if you were in some kind of position of power, that could be coming to an end. But I do like the fact that the Two of Wands is here because you understand that it has to. And you're looking out to see what to do next, where to go, because the Two of Wands is also a very positive card in the respect that it's the it comes after the Ace of Wands, this new opportunity. Now you need to put everything into place, and that's all you're doing here. And the Two of Swords though is that decision. So honestly, there could be something of power, and you're really looking at what you need to do next. And the Two of Swords, it's in the challenge position too. So I don't think the Ten of Swords is saying the decision's over. Like you still need to make that decision. What I feel like is over is some kind of energy commitment, position, or of authority, or it's just but it comes to an end, and you understand that it's supposed to. It's not like I don't get the feeling that it's hard for you. Like it's like your decision to put this to an end almost, you know? Um, because I feel like with the moon being here, and I talked about this, that it's like coming out of the murky water. Like you understand what needs to happen. Things in the past couple weeks, you've been very clear. Things have becoming very clear to you. And when those things become clear, you are saying, yes, I need to end this. Is there anything on this moon? Anything more on the moon that we need to know? There's that Two of Swords again. You really need to make a decision. Two of Cups, Two of Wands. Wow, all twos. So the past, you are understanding that you absolutely, so being these are all twos, there is some kind of balance. You're not in balance here. So that's just an overall, that's not what all of these two means, but with all of these twos, I would say there's definitely there's some kind of like energy where you definitely need to move into a new direction for sure. So Two of Swords, decisions, putting a sword down, got to do it or the universe is going to do it for you. Tower. Two of Cups. There's something about comfort here, either people, but it's not, I don't think it's a relationship. I really am not getting love, even though what to look for is that Two of Cups. I don't feel like this is love. I feel like this is like work or projects or home, something like that. The Two of Wands is you understanding what you need to do. So that Two of Wands has come in twice in a row. you know that you have something really good in your hand and you know you need to move forward with it, but there's some kind of decision that needs to be made. And it could have to do with a partnership of some sort. Um, but it could, but it's not, I don't feel like it's love. I feel like it could be a partner, an important partner, but definitely a partner. But I feel like you're realizing that it's time to make a decision. And I'm not sure exactly what this murky water was or what you were not clear about. It feels to me like it has to do with um, work, home. I don't feel love here at all. I mean, you do have the Empress, but I mean, honestly, I mean, it's a cluster of cards here, but I'm not getting love. So, is there anything we need to know about the Empress? The Empress is, I think, the energy that you're giving to yourself, taking care of yourself here. Three cards, Five of Swords, Nine of Cups, and Five of Wands. Um, yeah, you realize that you need to give yourself you need to do something for yourself. The Five of Swords, you were feeling like deceived and you were trying to reach your dreams here, but you felt really deceived. And the Five of Wands is you're like, how much energy can I give this? I can't give this any more energy. I got to give energy to me. But this is about someone deceiving what you were your true dreams. And the Empress is about, I would say, putting this to rest, deciding that the fight's not worth it. And I see that because of kind of how everything moves. Now, I don't think you get over it really quickly, though. Honestly, I don't, because we've got the Devil, we've got the Strength, we've got this Eight of Swords. We've got some things where you're a little bit stuck, um, but at least you understand, and then that makes more sense too of that whole moon. Someone deceived you. And maybe you didn't get the contract that you wanted, or the contract you misread, or you were misled. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the negative. I only feel like this is negative because things aren't moving like you want them to. Even though I feel like Taurus people are normally pretty patient, um, the negative is this is going to take a little while. There's something here that needs to take its time. And I feel like you don't want it to take too much time. And there may be some kind of urgency here. Um, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Um, it is in the negative. Well, I'll clarify it really quick. Let's see. What's this? Tell me more about the Knight of. By the way, the moon's sitting over here too. Wow. Okay. Um, what is this Knight? Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Judgment. Ah, yeah, you want karma, man. It's almost like, okay, I feel like the negative thing here is you feel like you may want karma here. You may want, you may want, like, kind of wishing for someone to, you know, not in a bad way, but like, I hope you get fired or whatever, kind of wishing will ill. Um, but not will ill, karma. There's a difference. Get what you deserve. You're not wishing for anything other than get what you deserve. Um, the Three of Wands, because I feel like, you saw, like, it's like, I know exactly what I want. I know that I got this. I know I can do it. I've got the skills. I've got everything it takes. I can see it. The Queen of Pentacles, I feel like is an energy of also, you know how to take care of things. Like, this is not necessarily a female energy. It would be a more feminine, but not necessarily female. And the Judgment is a rebirth here. And I feel like you're waiting for the rebirth. So if we're not going in the direction of wishing something comes back around to somebody, it's more in the, you know, I got to start over now. Like, you might be feeling like you need to start over, but the negative part is you don't feel like you should because you've worked hard or whatever. Like, there's something here. It feels like work to me, um, a job or a project or something where you just really feel like, someone really took advantage of you. Um, and they may have. And now you're in a position and it's kind of negative and kind of hard. So it's something to think about. Like you may be feeling like you're starting all over again, and that may be really hard because you know you have things to take care of there with that Queen of Pentacles. But the positive is you have the strength to do so. We've got the strength in the positive placement. So basically, you've got everything it takes. You have the strength. The strength in this case is a feminine strength, which is a quiet strength, which means it's patient. It doesn't come in with brute force. You've got the ability to make things work, and you have the tenacity to do it too. And not just that, the will. You know, the will. And that's the most important thing to get things done, is having the will to do that. I'm going to leave that one right there. And what you don't see is the Eight of Swords. What I feel like here is, if you're feeling stuck, you're feeling like you may have to start over again. If that's the case here with this Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords is about being stuck. This is in what you don't see though. And the Eight of Swords, swords are all about your mind, your intellect. And sometimes we feel like we're stuck, but it's because we aren't looking for the way out. And we're not really stuck. It's in our head that we're stuck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else I could do. I don't know that or there's something more. Even if it's not a lack of confidence, it's that you're not really stuck. You're only in that, like you're thinking you are. Okay, so that's really important, I think, moving forward. It is in the what you don't see. It's not that you're stuck. You only are thinking you're stuck. Does that make sense? Like it's in your head. And it could be real, but not, right? Because if it's in your head, then it's something you can pass. You can get through. You can bypass. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords. Yeah, Tower, Fool. Yeah, exactly. Tower, Fool, Three of Swords. This change came. You were looking forward to a new beginning, and now what? This is the part that you have to look at. The Three of Swords. You feel like a betrayed, or yeah, and it's a loss. The Three of Swords is a loss. So, and this tower caused a new beginning to not happen, or taken away, a loss. And the Three of Swords is basically why you're feeling stuck, because there is still new beginnings out there for you. There are. The Page of Wands, I think, is one of those. The Eight of Wands is one of those. So there's things that can happen. So just know this is like the realization of being stuck is coming from yourself. And you go back to that eight, the strength card in your in your positive. You've got the will to move forward, so you're not stuck. The Two of Cups is what to look for. I think this could be like, there's a couple of things here, and I'll clarify it, but think about looking for a partner, looking for your friends, looking for someone that will bring you comfort, but maybe even more than that, looking for someone that can like guide you, help you, a mentor, a coach, something like that. It could be even, I don't think it feels to me like someone that you can reach out to and talk to, that you can really like confide in. December is not going to be easy for you. I feel like it starts at the end of November though, because of that moon being in the past. Let's take a look at this Two of Cups. Knight of Cups, Eight of Cups. If there was someone that you kind of walked away from or something like that, and I don't think it's a negative thing, like where you maybe like there was a feeling of, I don't know, a friendship, a companion, and there was some kind of something happened and you kind of like walked away from that situation. That I think the Two of Cups is looking back at that person, finding a new way to approach them. So the Five of Pentacles can be past ways didn't work are not going to work the same as they did. Like you look back and say, okay, what I did in the past didn't work. I need to find a new way. That's what this is. I do feel like this two of cups is more than, definitely not romantic love, but definitely someone that could help you get through this. Could be like someone that you knew from the past in a past job. Maybe they can help you find one if this is job related, or they can mentor you to get you through. I think this is pretty hard. That's all I'm going to say. I think the situation is not easy for you. This won't be exactly the same for everybody. Some of you, it might be less intense. Um, but that's what I'm getting. We have the Justice in your future influence. So justice is about balance. You've got the scales of justice though. It also can mean that things will work out for you because the right thing is happening. I feel like even though it doesn't feel all that comfortable right now. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to go there yet. Let's go. Let's stop. I'm sorry. I got to look at the star first. So unexpected is the star. So I do feel like there's something that comes in unexpectedly that makes you realize, yes, this was exactly what was supposed to happen. So let's clarify the star. The star is after the tower, and the star is like our guiding light. It's the thing that you wish upon. It's the best card in the deck. And this comes in unexpectedly. And if you look at this card, he's on the top of the hill. He's made it not only to the top of the hill, but now he's looking at everything below and seeing everything that came before. And when you can recognize everything that came before, you can start moving forward because you realize everything that you've done, accomplished, all of those great things. So tell me more about the star and the unexpected. Two of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Fool. I like it. Something new is going to happen. And it comes from now you have time to make things work. Two of Pentacles. Page of Wands, unexpectedly, you get some kind of message that allows you to start something new. And it's going to be a little scary because it's the Fool, but the Fool goes in with, what the heck, let's do it. So there is a new opportunity coming in. I think it's the Page of Wands, but the only reason why it comes in is because you have more time on your hands. If you didn't have this time, then it wouldn't happen. And the star was right after that. It was on the bottom of the deck. So, yeah, there's a big thing with that star. So your challenge is the Two of Swords. So you need to make a choice here. Put one of those swords down. You got to. Because if you don't, the universe does. And then another tower moment. We don't want one of those. So tell me more about this Two of Swords. Got another Two of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. So Five of Cups. Yeah, okay, you've been disappointed. Okay, get that. Know that. But the cool thing is I think you've got that Two of Wands again. This Two of Wands keeps coming up in your clarifiers. So this is something that you really need to focus on, is that you have that world in your hand. And in most decks, the guy standing on the top has that world. And he's got the world in his hand and he's looking out from a high balcony or something, and he's looking out, and you've got all of these opportunities. So the Two of Swords, the decision don't look at what you lost, man. You've got a lot of opportunities. And to me, there's something here is you got to put something into play here. The Seven of Pentacles is it worth it? This could also be maybe if you felt deceived, it wasn't worth it. Like you put some energy into something that wasn't worth it. But it's time to kind of if that's changed, then let that go and see what else you can do with that Two of Wands. So you will have to make a decision. But I think the decision is really about kind of not focusing on what you lost. See what you've gained. See what you still have to move forward with instead of what you feel like might have been taken. And then again, okay, so let's go to the Justice now. And this is great. This is future influence. This is things are going to work out, right? Balance. Kind of like, well, it's not emotional balance, it's physical balance. So things are playing out. And I feel like with with the Justice too, it's physical balance. The right thing happens, right thing's gonna happen. Justice takes priority and things go well. Tell me about the Justice. Star. Yeah. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. Yep. Yep. Something happens. Yeah. The star is what you needed. So without the Tower, the star couldn't have happened. And the Ace of Swords, there's clarity now, right? There's not just a new start. There's clarity. And you're kind of like going, yeah, I'm going to do something I'm passionate about, something that I really want to do, not something that someone else wants me to do. I want to do what I want to do. I got the star, man. I'm going to start something great, grand. And, and the reason why it's the Justice is this is all meant to happen this way. Eight of Wands is the outcome. This is the offer. This is a job offer. I would be a little careful with that Eight of Wands because I feel like it's part of the Two of Swords. Because in this case, the chandelier is moving in front of him. And it's like, okay, what do I do? Well, I feel like you got to keep in mind that that's the Two of Swords. You're getting opportunities here on what to do. So instead of just watching the Eight of Wands go by, grab a hold of it and do something. So this is the outcome is you will have options. You just have to decide when to grab a hold of that option. Now, I will say with the Eight of Wands, you grab it. Don't wait because it's the Eight of Wands. It's going to go right by. Wands don't wait for anybody, you know? They just don't. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. Yep, there's that Two of Swords. King of Wands and Judgment. Yep. Do it. Grab a hold of it. You need to make a choice here. And because there's opportunities. You're going to get a couple opportunities or even just one and you may shy away from it, but you really need to make a choice. There could be someone that comes in, King of Wands, probably a large and in charge person, someone with a lot of energy. Their fire sign could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be but whoever it is has a lot of energy and a lot of go and vivacious and friendly and all of those good things. But they put things into play. They don't wait around. You know, they don't wait for anybody. They do it. And the Judgment is this feels like this could be an opportunity from the past. So there could be someone that offers you something that's from the past. And I would say that it feels good if that happens. Okay, so where does this lead? We got the Page of Wands, the Devil. The Page of Wands is that energy of that message coming in, an opportunity. I feel like, though, in this case, it's you taking it and running with it. There's a little thing here with this Devil, and I'm going to clarify the Devil, but I think the Page is just going, yep, you made that decision. Now it's time to move forward. The Page goes forward without a lot of thought, and that's not normally a Taurus thing to do, but you're going to do it. And the Devil, what's the Devil? The Devil might hold you back a little bit. The Tower, Ace of Swords, the Hierophant. There's something about the past that you're hanging on to. So this commitment, you feel like, oh, golly, you're a little bit afraid of it. There's something that's reaping from the past. The Devil is an addiction, an attachment, something like that. And I feel like you could be literally, you may take a moment where you're going, no, this change, I don't know, like the Ace of Swords, I was clear on it, but I don't know. And do I really want to make a commitment? Because you're attached to something else here that's worrying you, or that has you in a. I feel like this Devil card is kind of a, a a stuck energy for a hot second. Doesn't last long because the Knight of Swords comes in, and the Knight of Swords does not wait for anybody. I'll clarify this guy, but so Page of Wands, you take the opportunity. I feel like that's what that is, or you start something new. The Devil is you kind of have a little bit of a, ooh, do I really want to do that? And then the Knight of Swords is like, yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at, see, I'm going for it. Let's do that again. Knight of Swords, 3 cards, please. Let's do that really quick. 8 of Wands. Okay, 4 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity. Yep. Yep, you took advantage. I think that the 4 of Swords was just that you needed that little healing bit of time there. And then Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity, and you're going for it. And you're going all out, by the way. So let's take an oracle to end this with. Let's see what we got for our Taurus. What do we have? What does our Taurus need? So this would be like advice for the month. What do our Taurus people need? The Labyrinth. It's kind of a cool card. It's got a clock and a... I'll have to look at what it means. Okay, I got a whole... This deck, I swear, came... And the book's not in alphabetical order. There's no numbers on the cards. Labyrinth. I'm sorry. Like my camera moves around. Follows me everywhere I go. 143. Oh, it's at the end. Okay. The key words to this card are trepidation, tension, complexity, trials, pursuit, navigation. The Labyrinth is a timeless symbol of inner struggle and the journey towards self-understanding. The psychological landscape is often inhabited by a fearsome guardian, an entity born from unresolved fears and repressed emotions. As we navigate the maze, an ominous presence looms in the depths, never fully visible but always felt. Yet through each passage, there is also the potential for discovery. By traversing the trials of the labyrinth, we will reveal the pathway to freedom. And that's scary, and that makes sense that you're going through some changes here, and it's not going to be the same way. And that's the feeling I got with this tower. You're doing something out of the normal when you take on this new opportunity, and it feels very scary. That's why that 8 of Swords is here. So there you go, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed this. Hit that thumbs up button. It's appreciated. Take care. Have a beautiful day.